that was in the church or around the church when you came in, if anybody told you about a skunk, just tell them that's your nose hanging over your mouth. You need a breath mint. We don't all smell that skunk. That's only you smelling the skunk. That might be your shirt that you didn't wash. It only smells around you. That's why you think there's a skunk. But really, when I'm away from you, I don't smell anything bad. You can tell them that a little bit if you want to. But you're laughing because we all smell a skunk. You know, we've experienced that. In the book of 1 Timothy, Jesus says there's a time when everybody's learning, but they never experience the truth. And this is not an educational program. You don't come sit in these pews to learn about facts and learn about things that, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I never thought about that before. You have to leave this room having experienced God. If you don't experience the presence of God, then we failed you. If you don't experience something of divine, where you feel cleansed, you feel washed. Note that word, you feel. You've experienced something of God. Solomon, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 18, says it like this: in all my learning, it only added to my sorrow. The smarter I got, the more alone I felt. The more wisdom I got, the more misery I experienced. The Christian life is not primarily about knowledge. In 2 Samuel chapter 16, you see the wisest man at the time. His name was Ahithophel. He was King David's counselor. In fact, they said he is like the oracle of God. When it comes to battle, he knows all the strategies, tactics. When it comes to the government, he knows how to raise the taxes and give the right breaks. This guy is God's oracle. He's God's mouthpiece. He's the wisest man on the planet. But in all that wisdom, do you know his end? When Absalom rebelled against David, Ahithophel sided with Absalom. And when he saw that Absalom didn't listen to his advice, he set his house in order. He put a noose on his roof and he took his own life. All of that wisdom, and how did it end? I don't want to be those that just learn. I want to be those that taste and see that the Lord is good. Amen. And Jesus is saying, you guys think you know about signs, you know about symbols. There's a kind of knowledge that only puffs up. There's a kind of person that studies the scriptures and doesn't realize it all points to Jesus. Amen. My mom used to say that a person with an experience is never at the mercy of a person with an argument. Let me say it again. A person with an experience is never at the mercy of a person with an argument. There might be atheists or people that sound high and mighty, and maybe they sound intelligent, but if you've experienced Jesus Christ, you've experienced Jesus Christ. Right. Don't tell me why I don't smell the skunk. I smell the skunk just fine. I know I experienced a life-changing moment. And one of the great things that's happening at this church is people are coming to Christ. They're giving up their sins. They're getting baptized. They're changing how they live. They're changing their decisions. They're sharing Christ. Their life has more joy and more peace. They're having people say, hey, what's gotten in you? What's happening? I want to check out what you're doing. In other words, God is doing something that's real. They're experiencing God. Let me ask you a serious question. Do you desire satisfaction? Do you really want to be satisfied? Jesus says, don't work for those things that only tease you. In those cooking shows, sometimes they have the amuse-bouche. What's that mean? It means it's an appetizer. It's something that comes out before the meal. And the word in French literally means just to kind of whet your appetite. It means to amuse your mouth. It's got caviar, the sea salt put on, little slices of real expensive steak or salmon. It's just one little spoon, one little bite, and you eat, oh, that was delicious. It was so decadent. But nobody goes, oh my goodness, I'm so full. Wow, that's all I wanted was that one bite. And no, of course you're going to want more. And there's a kind of bread that just sets the table before the steak comes. It sets the table before the big meal comes. And Jesus says, why are you guys only living for the appetizers? Look at verse 27. There's a meat that perishes